My first celeb crush was Cameron Diaz, and the reason that is, I used to be a big fan of Nickelodeon. There was one where Cameron Diaz was doing a burping competition or something, and she belched, and for some reason, at like 6 years old, I thought it was really hot. I'm Tyler Posey, and I'm here to play Teen Vogue's Game of Firsts. My first motorcycle! I had to learn how to ride a motorcycle and get my license because my character in Teen Wolf got a motorcycle, and legally, in order for me to ride it on set, I had to get my license. Triumph Bonneville T100 that I completely customized, and it looks completely different now. My first tattoo. When I was a kid, I've always been into tattoos and punk rock, and always wanted to cover my body in tattoos. I was like, I'm gonna grab a needle and cut a pen in half and dip the needle in ink and stab myself. Let me sterilize the needle. So I grabbed a lighter and I burnt the needle, and you know when you burn a needle on metal, there's soot. And there's a little black dot on my elbow that I got when I was 12. And that's metal soot, it's not ink. But that was my first one. The first time I ever got in trouble was, so my little brother and I were 3 years apart, and we're best friends. But when we were younger, we had, that sibling rivalry, but it wasn't too bad. There was one time we were throwing shoes at each other. I had a joke. I grabbed one, I threw it over my head, over the couch, and I heard this smack, and then just screaming. And I just see a trail of blood. And I was like, and I just hid behind the couch. My mom screamed my name. And then she very calmly brought me into the bathroom where my little brother was, and she was like, I just want you to look what you did. And I looked, and my little brother had tissue up to his nose, and the trash can in the bathroom was just filled with bloody tissues. And I couldn't believe it. And I think that was the last time I ever hurt my little brother. It was scary. My first lesson from my dad. He's the greatest dude in the world. But when my brother and I would mess up when we were younger, he would compare us to Beavis and Butthead all the time. He'd be like, come on guys, you want to be like Beavis and Butthead. And to this day, I kind of want to be like Beavis and Butthead. My first concert was really cool. My dad brought me to a Peter, Paul, and Mary concert. I was 5 years old, and the only song I knew was Puff the Magic Dragon. I remember the microphones went out at one point, and so they were singing Puff the Magic Dragon, shouting it to the audience. And then the whole audience, came in and started singing together. It was really cool. That was my first concert. The first time I was starstruck, I was about 7 years old, and it was the first movie I had done, and it was called Men of Honor. I was in one scene, and it was Robert DeNiro, and I'm this little 7-year-old kid, and I'm supposed to pour sand on his hand because he's drunk on the beach, and I wake him up. He was the most professional person I have basically ever worked with to this day. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you had fun learning a little bit about my firsts. This was Tyler Posey. I got a new movie coming out Friday the 13th, April, Truth or Dare. Make sure you watch it. Thanks, guys.